Welcome back to Purple Perception. I am Michelle, and I'm bringing you up to speed. We have had some vehicle power problems over the last couple trips. I am going to try to figure them out in this video and see what we can get fixed and if we can find the problem. We have had a lot of smoke and we couldn't get above 40 miles an hour the entire time from the last location down, and we got it pushed to this far, but it's something that needs attention. So we're going to kind of tear into it and see if we can figure out what's going on. What I think is going on is I have a lack of fuel pressure is what I think at this point in time. So we're going to check the filters in the tank and the filter on top of the engine and just try to trace down the lines and make sure they're not clogged. And you will see inside a running engine, because I thought maybe I had a high pressure oil leak, but you'll see. Enjoy the fire.
I'm gonna record this with my phone. Anyhow, I'm not getting good fuel flow up to my engine. It's gonna take it in somewhere, but I wanted to check the tank. Look at that, there's something in the bottom of the tank. Well, look at that, I'm missing something right there. And my assumption is it sucked up inside. Hopefully it hit the first filters and didn't go any deeper. And that's my clog. That's why I have a lack of power right now. Let's hope this is it and it's not any farther worse. But anyhow, that's supposed to have, I don't know if you can see it right there, it's supposed to have this little one-way check valve on it. And that one-way check valve is missing. You can see it right down in there. That's missing, and the piece is down in the bottom there. That's supposed to go to it. See down in there. Water still, or there's no water. Fuel looks okay. Looks like there might be some other stuff in there, but looks like it's working. Anyhow, I'm gonna throw something over that hole to try to keep anything from falling in it. Probably a piece of, well, I don't want to use foam because foam and gas don't mix. I'll see if I can find me a rag to throw over that hole, just to give me a just in case catch. Okay, I just got done blowing this out both directions with the pressure hose, disconnected on all points, and physically ran a wire through it. There is no blockage in the supply line at all. Now this, I don't see anything in here really. It's taking longer to run. I was hoping maybe it's just the fuel pump, but it doesn't look like it's that either. The next option is the fuel pressure return spring, which that won't be in the town up there till a day after I'm supposed to be at the mechanic's shop. So I went and ordered it. It will be here, or I'll be able to drive down and get it at the end of the week, but not right now. And O'Reilly's doesn't sell it or even have it as an item to be sold. So I might depressurize it and check up here for any clogs, and then I'm going to go pull the air filter off and look down into the fuel filter area. Then we'll prime it and bleed it a lot more and try to get all the bleedings to go all the way down into the pan and not make a mess everywhere. Alright, I've been working out here all morning. Anyhow, I checked the line from the back of the tank, disconnecting the fuel line, drained it into a drain pan because I don't want to make a mess here. I hooked the air hose to it, blew it that way to the pump with a rag on the other side to catch any debris, and then reversed it, then disconnected it and checked all along the disconnection and make sure there was no obstructions in there from that thing that was in there. I did not see any of it. and did not pick up any of it, so it blew pretty well. There's a little restriction right at the pump where a line has been replaced, but it's still doing okay. So I rehooked it back up, hooked it up in the tank. I'll primed it first, I hooked it up in the tank, and now I have the fuel pump relay, which is this one right here, on bypass mode. I'm running the pump. You hear it kind of running. And as I'm running it, I'm opening the fuel water drain valve. It will pull water out. It'll pull it from the bottom of the tank, so it's not going to get all the air, but it'll get most of the air. And then I hooked it up to a line here coming out, going into a drain pan, and that way I don't make a mess, or less of a mess. And then I open the drain valve and let air out and fuel out. And I've been doing that for a while now. And letting it go into the drain pan so I don't make a mess. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna throw some things into the fire anyhow. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that probably for a while now, but I think it's pretty much all the air is out of the system right now. But that is hooked on so it doesn't go everywhere. And that is for my fuel line coming out. Let that run for a while until I'm pretty sure there's no more air in it, and if not, we can rehook it up again, throw the drain thing underneath there, and let it go. And then we'll do a test drive to see if it's just someone else's theory about this being air in the line being the problem. I think it could be the bypass thing, but one of my biggest problems right now is I don't have a gauge on the fuel pump, and this doesn't came with the gauge. So even if this fixes the problem, we need to get a fuel gauge, or a 60 psi fuel gauge for the low pressure or rail pump, so that way we can just monitor it anytime we need to. And then we need a I don't know if it's high pressure, and it's 60 psi. A high pressure oil pump gauge on one of the rails, and we can keep track of that, see when our high pressure oil pump's going out. It needs to be able to handle 3000 psi. So anyhow, it sounds good. It sounds like it's running right. That thing is running right, so I think I might pull some of this back and we'll do a test start. And I'm going to give credit to the person who suggested it was air in the line, so we're going to see if Dave is right. Look, we're at 1,998 miles. We still got white smoke. It runs a little better. Okay, I didn't really want to do this here, but I am definitely leaking oil into the intake, and that's probably where the smoke's coming from. But while I'm here, I wanted to see if maybe I get lucky and find a leaky injector. That's where the lack of power is, and why we have oil going up, because we're not overfilled. So we'll just see what happens here, and do a quick run and shut down. Alright, let's do this again real quick and then we'll get her put back together. Oh look, it's still smoking. Why is it smoking right there? Still can't tell where it's coming from. I think it's from by blow by. Alright, well, it's back together. Smoke from the crankcase that looks like it's coming from the engine is never a good sign. And I don't know what's going to happen now. I don't have enough power even to force it down the road because they're so slow, and I don't even know if I'll make it back to that place there. I don't know if I need a new engine, a rebuild, or a couple cylinders rebuilt, but either way, getting in there, if that's where the blow-by is coming from, is the piston rings. I can't imagine where else it would come from.
Let me pause it right there. I'm talking about blow-by. Usually blow-by means oil and gas getting past the piston rings and making its way into the crankshaft, up through the breather, and back out through the exhaust. Or oil making it into the compression or combustion chamber and burning off and coming out of the exhaust. At the time, this is what I thought was going on. However, at the time of the recording, I'm not entirely sure that's the fact. But I am still trying to figure it out at the time of this recording. But let's keep on going.
So it's, I will double check, and then I'm going to look up on some forums to see if there's anything regarding the forums and where it's at, and see how much a new engine is. And wonder what the heck happened. Did this not monitoring the temperature was enough for something to happen, or something else happened in there? I don't know. And crap. I mean, and I guess I'm gonna do a pros and cons list on keeping this rig and selling it for what I can get out of it and get something else. I don't know. This is not a decision I wanted to make. I've been trying to take care of the stuff because I've had it, and all that money I spent at the last place to get it checked out, and then I had a transmission go out on me, and they told me I needed a new transmission, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, how much is a new transmission? Not that I really want to do this, but how much is it? And it's like, well, it's a lot of money because you had to pay someone to do the work. And so I paid the money, and now I'm here less than 500 miles later,
still having the lack of power issues, and I've had it into a couple of shops, and I spent a good chunk of change on the motor trying to get rid of the power issues to find out that it may need a new motor. And what the heck? I feel drained and exhausted and stressed and frustrated and annoyed. And it's like I was gonna still, well, I mean, that was a plan to work a job to pay off the transmission that I have money in. Right now, this summer, do a little job there, but if I can't get there because the engine's not running good enough to get me up a hill, I mean, that kind of kills that. And so I don't know what to do right now. I would love to pull my rig over there and get some water, but I barely had enough power to even do that the other day. So I'm like, I don't know. I have no words right now. It starts and runs, it's got a little blow by, but I have no power, and I'm blowing a bunch of blue smoke, and apparently blue smoke is oil, not white smoke. Yeah, I think I might just go take a shower at the pay by the minute shower place over here and clean up a little bit, and then I will start researching engine and engine rebuild cost, I guess, and go from there. And I mean, I could just get towed to an RV park near Palm Springs and sit there for 6 months of the year, but granted, 6 months in an RV park at $2,000, $12,000, that's the price of a new engine, so roughly. So it's like, I don't know. I've been drained this whole time trying to get out of Oklahoma, and drained some more just trying to get down the road, and then mechanic spots and everything else, transmission spots, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know what this is. Maybe this is where I'm meant to be. There's much far worse places to be stuck, but yeah. Granted, I could probably find a job in Palm Springs. Granted, the Sultan City is just around the corner over here, and there's property for $3 to $5 grand over there, but I don't know if I can do the 120-degree heat here. And I'd still be trying to do a motor. So I haven't told the rest of the tribe yet, other than Jason, because he's here. And I just found out that that's probably what it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I will get it in and have that Power Stroke guy up here north of 2 hours check it out if I make it there, and he'll say it's an easy fix and it's just something else. I don't know. Alright, I'm going that good. That's where we're at. I'm gonna go take a shower.